When you're confronted with the possibility of someone giving you amazing advice, like just really great advice, but your heart kind of does not jibe with that advice, the question you have to ask yourself is, are you going to show leadership in your life and maybe put that advice, I don't know, on hold and wait for your own being to really give a true opinion on that advice? In other words, don't just listen to good advice. I mean, it is good advice, but don't just listen to it because someone told you to do it. It's really important that you align that advice with what's going on in your heart. Because the truth is that even if it's amazing advice, but if you're not entirely ready to adopt that advice, you're probably going to, take a lot longer to get on board with the good advice. So the resistance will show up, and the sense of someone's telling me what to do will show up. I'm a psychotherapist, and I don't give advice, but I look to, guide, and I look to provide insight. But essentially, the person who is receiving that information has to align to it at their core, at their soul, at their heart level. And they ultimately need to have the power to decide whether or not they're going to bring that into their life, that information to their life. So when you are working with someone, it's important that you not feel coerced. It's important that you not feel like you don't have a choice. People need to feel like they have the free will and the free power and the free, that no one's going to judge them if they don't, follow the instructions. It's like, I'm always about giving homework. And I always ask, so, is this reasonable for you to do? Because it's okay if you don't want to do it. We're just not going to set this as part of your goal. We don't want to set you up for failure. We want to set you up for success. So what can you do? What will you do out of your own free will? What is it that you want to do? And if it's something that is much more modest than what I've set out, I'm like, darn right, do what works for you. Because that's the only way people are going to really find their own inner power, especially if they came up in families of origin where they had no power, where they had no sense of say. So you decide. You're the master of your being. You're the expert of you. You're the lab that you test stuff on. And nobody, I don't care how, I have 30 years under my belt, doesn't matter. You're still the expert of you. So you do you. Share, interact, and like this video if it resonates with you.